Good morning, everybody. Here with head coach Dan Aaker of the Winter Warriors. Good morning, Dan.
Morning, Jody.
Homecoming week.
Thank goodness it's Friday.
Thank goodness.
It's been kind of a long one, fun one for the kids, but it's just added load to when you're doing football prep. But ultimately, it comes down to tonight, and we're excited for all the alumni back, and I think we're excited to go out and perform for them. But yeah, we're ready for the football game tonight. That's for sure.
Before we get to that game, let's review the rivalry from our Nebraska rivals, the Valentine Badgers. Let's talk about that game.
Yeah, going into that game, we talked about some of the mental prep, and we didn't have that great a week of practice. It was, typical years, you're going to have 1 week where, for whatever reason, our guys don't show up with intensity and focus, and that was the last week. And I don't really anticipate seeing that again. I think we addressed that, and I think they understand. Especially looking at the big picture, not only for the week you got to prep for, but for the big picture, never taking a step back and always getting better. And midweek, I was really questioning whether we were doing that. We finished the week, a lot better, but we still played pretty well. I thought we played a really solid first half. We were concerned about a lot of their shifts, and we tried to minimize that in terms of not having us run all over the field and just, simply just shifting down. And we put our kids into playing a little bit different positions than they normally would, but I thought we handled that well. Once again, we've been off to such great starts in the first 5 games, and second play of the game, we get a pick 6 from Trevor, and you can't ask for better starts than that. And I think that really got the momentum going. Next thing you look up, it's 24-0, and that's kind of been somewhat of a theme for us in the first 5 games. They made a nice drive and caught us on a play that they've caught us on the last 3 years, and we practiced for the last 3 years. And it happens sometimes. It's a great play against our defense, and if you just get caught sleeping for a second, they're going to go by. And nice throw and catch, and we missed a tackle out there, and next thing you know, so they get momentum. I thought a big part of the game was our response to that, and in particular, Jordan. Jordan makes a really nice kick return and then makes a heck of a catch in the back of the end zone to score right before half, and it really countered anything they had to have. I didn't think we played particularly well in the second half. It was an 8-7 game essentially until everybody pulled their starters out, and then our younger guys in the second group put 2 touchdowns on late. So we weren't really happy as a coaching staff the way we played the second half. I thought we were tired, which we were wondering about. We haven't played a 4-quarter game. I thought we were probably a little better shape than that. We had some kids that are cramping, which is, to be honest with you, 100% on them. And that is a good learning lesson, too, that when we say you need to prepare your body and hydrate all week, you need to do that. And so a lot of learning lessons, I think, as we move forward about preparing for ourselves. And then we kind of found out a little bit where we're at in 4-quarter shape, which is on me to get them in a little better 4-quarter shape. But part of that is having a chance to play some 4 quarters. So a lot of positives. It's still, once again, a lot of things that we can improve on. Sometimes it's hard when you get up 3-4 scores to keep that mental focus every snap. And I think we saw a little bit of that. But credit Valentine for fighting. They just continue to fight. They're a solid football team. And so it was a quality win for us. And especially, a team that wants us pretty bad. I mean, they really want to break that losing streak that they have against us. So we certainly got their best shot and took it and played well. So another quality win, and now we move on to MVP.
MVP. Homecoming week. Keys to the game.
Well, I think we go back a little bit to last year. A year ago, we played them in homecoming, and early first session of the third quarter, we're up 28-7. And kind of what we just talked about. It's easy sometimes to maybe let down a little bit, and next thing you know, we're in a dogfight and get nipped at the end. And it was such a weird second half against them last year, where if we could have just made one stop, I don't know how many third downs and 4 or 5 they had, and a couple fourth downs in there. If you make one stop and force them to punt, we'd probably win that game. On the reverse side of that, up until they took the lead with 1:20 to go, we ran 6 plays. So 1 first down, we win that game. But neither of those take place. So you credit them for really battling and not giving up, and really felt like they took something from us, stole something from us. And it probably really helped us as a team last year to how we finished the year. I think we learned a lot from that. But their former opponent opponent. They're a top 3 team in my opinion, without question. And so they're going to be confident. I mean, they got us an homecoming last year. They know we're going to be looking for them, but they're also very confident coming in here, knowing that they can take us down. And a good football team on top of that. I went back 2 years ago just to watching film, just to see some things they might have did against us 2 years ago, and I look at their linebackers and it's 50, 28, and 24, and I'm going, wait a minute, that's 50, 28, 24. It's the same three guys, and they're good. Baker, Hastings, and Pranger. Those are their top 3 guys. So they started a lot of sophomores 2 years ago. So you have a veteran team with 3-year starters on there, and that's why they're good. And so they bring a lot to the table. I think they're one of the better teams schematically that's kind of adjusted or found ways to maybe to stop some of our big plays that we love to run. And I tell people all the time, if you can't stop toss and some of our outside plays, you're going to have a long night because we won't stop running it. And they've kind of did a really nice job against our key plays. So offensively, we didn't really necessarily add things, but just blocking scheme-wise, some things to hopefully address the way they've played us. And then defensively, it's going to be a challenge. It really is. It starts with Hastings. I don't know if I've ever coached against a kid with his caliber and size combined. And this is not, we were talking about this when he was a sophomore, because he's the same size, and he's just as fast. He is absolutely an unbelievable athlete that can run and bulldoze you over. 230 pounds and can place in the top 10 in the 100. That's just, that's impressive. So and his big thing with him is not letting him get going. You got to get people to him. The first guy may not get him down, but we got to get 11 guys the ball and get him down. If he gets an open grass, it's hard to stop him because he's figured out over the years now too how to go through runners, because people just started taking him low when he's a sophomore. Now he just kind of lowers his shoulder and runs you over. He's low to the ground himself and super fast. So defensively, he's obviously key, but I think last year he was too much of a key, where we almost had 11 guys wherever 20 went, we'd go, and then they hit us on 2 halfback passes because he can throw it too. So we've got to be fundamentally sound and tackle, and then their move with moving Pranger to quarterback, it makes it a 1-2 punch for sure, because they'll quarterback sneak in at any stage. It doesn't matter if it's 3rd and 20, 3rd and 1. I mean, if he sees something, I think he has the ability to call it on the line. He's got a lot of yards just off quarterback sneak, and then now they've added some design quarterback runs with him, and then the option with the 2. They're not complicated really of what they try to do. They just, with those 2 guys, they do pretty well, and of course it starts up front. It'll be the best front we've seen too. So they bring some things to the table. They've really kind of opened up, or I should say, found their offense the last 2 games. They were struggling offensively early in the year, but I think this has kind of put them over the edge. Now they have confidence in what they're doing. They've been led by their defense. They really have, and it's the 3 interior backers, but also their front 3 that are veteran too and good. So offensively for us, it's going to come down to a lot of one-on-one matchups, blocking one-on-one. We're not going to be able to double team a lot of the guys, and can we win those battles? And it just sets up for a great football game. I think it's going to be a true battle tonight. Two teams that are very similar in what they want to do. Their ball control, they know that the shorter that they can make games, it's to their benefit. We've always kind of believed that, even though our offense has really put points out this year so far. But we believe that too. If we can control time possession and play solid defense, you're always going to have a chance in the 4th quarter, and that's their mindset too. So that clock might be rolling tonight fast. It might be a quick game in terms of not just stopping. So, taking advantage of possessions is going to be a big thing tonight. But good build-up for it, exciting. Got Olsen versus Olsen again, and that adds a little dynamic to it too. So they're 1-1. I guess if you look at it, the in-family rivalry, they're 1-1. So this is maybe the grudge match to see who can take the lead. But they're a really good football team, Jody. They really are.
Every Friday you watch a movie. This week's movie, Remember the Titans?
Now, we watched it on the way back from another one. I'll give them a couple options. I'm not sure what we'll probably watch. I let them kind of pick, but this has kind of been I've been a homecoming tradition for us for 18 years, and the reason I do it is I know where they're at, and I know what they're doing. They're focused, and they may not necessarily like it, but I think they kind of do. It's a team builder. So right after the parade, they come back, and I can't show something too long because we don't have that big a window after the parade, about 2 hours. But we also watch them on our longer road trips. So over the years, I've got a pretty good stack pile of DVDs, and it's funny because as the years go by, especially the freshmen and sophomores, sometimes they don't have a clue about some of these movies that you and I would think we watch a million times, and that's kind of fun for them to experience some of that, like Rudy and things like that. They don't know because they're just young and we're old. So
good luck tonight, Coach Aaker.
Yeah, thanks, Jody.